Social media management is notorious for being high pressure, competitive, and changing literally every day, which is why it isn't surprising that most social media managers get burned out within the first 2 years. So how do you keep going? How do you stay up with the latest updates, protect your mental health, and build a successful social media management business that supports your lifestyle goals? Whether that's working from home with your kiddos or jet setting around the world, that's what this show is all about. Welcome to Social Media Manager Confidential. I'm Shantae Gorman, founder of a 6-figure social media management agency and mentor to social media managers. And I'm here to dish on the ins and outs of the social media management world without any of the gatekeeping that can come along with it. You'll learn, you'll laugh, and you'll leave each episode inspired. Let's dive into today's episode. Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Social Media Manager Confidential. If this is your first episode, a special welcome and shout out to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if this is not your first episode and you're coming back every single week, thank you so much for being here and letting me know what you love about the show. I'm really excited to dive into today's topic, all about the painful lessons I had to learn during my first year of my social media management business. My hope is that if I share these with you, it not only helps you potentially avoid making them yourself, but it also normalizes mistakes, failures, and learning from them. So let's dive in. If you could go back in time and give your past self some advice, what would it be? I have mixed feelings about this question because honestly, I'm one of those people that hears advice, listens to some of it, disregards the rest, and then makes the mistake on my own anyway because I thought I had it handled when I clearly didn't. Tell me I'm not alone. So if I'd gone back and told myself what I'm about to tell you, I don't know that it would have made anything different, but it sure would have been a lot less painful to know about ahead of time. So here we go. Sometimes the most excited potential clients are the ones to ghost you when it comes to contract and payment. And just know it isn't you, it's them. So while you're on the phone with them and you're chatting, they might sound like they're super ready to move forward. They're looking for your email. They're ready to sign. And it could be that they're uncomfortable with being honest and telling you that this just might not be a good fit for them due to budget, vibes, services, etc. In the long run, this is a win for you because as an online business, having clear and transparent communication from both people is essential in providing and receiving top quality service. At this point, I've done enough discovery calls to have a gut feeling when a lead is going to ghost and when they're going to sign on the dotted line. And sometimes they do book, and after working with them, you find yourself wishing that they hadn't. So this is something that you're going to learn just with experience. It's one of those things you can't really get a feeling for until you've been through it enough times. Which leads me to this lesson. If you have a bad feeling or aren't excited to work with a potential lead, taking them on as a client will completely drain you. There may be red flags you're overlooking, like not respecting boundaries or treating you like an employee, or you'll just have a hard time creating their content week over week. Unless you absolutely 100% cannot afford to not work with them, do yourself a favor and pass. There are millions of businesses that need social media help. Another lead that's better aligned for you will replace them. And if you do need to work with them, give yourself a time limit so that you can replace them with a higher paying, less energy sucking client. We're going to take a really quick break from today's episode so that I can tell you exactly how to stop wondering where your next social media management client is, because you can just use my list of the 35 best places to get more social media management clients instead. Get the free guide delivered straight to your inbox by going to my website. I'll link it in the show notes for you. Now, back to today's episode. And this one I don't think anyone can get around. It's just one of those things that you have to experience to learn from it, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. And it's this. Growing too quickly can hurt your business. This one really hurt. In my second year of business, my Instagram lead generation efforts were really picking up steam. I was confident in my skills and discovery calls were a breeze. I took on any client that wanted to work with me to the point that I was making really great money, but I was also spending all of my free time working. I would work in the morning before the kids woke up and then any time throughout the day when I could, and then late into the night. I was doing everything on my own and would never admit it, but I'd overbooked myself. My lack of organization and systems led to client posts going out late or not at all, completely forgetting about an important email and content that was just so-so. I had half of my clients choose to end their services with me all within the same time span, and my confidence in income really took a hit. It shook me enough to realize that something needed to change. I applied for 9-to-5s out of sheer panic. And as I sat with my mind whirling about how I could make up this income fast so that I could pay my rent without dipping into my brand new savings account, it dawned on me that I was the problem. Cue the Am I a Drama reel audio. There were issues with my systems and organization that were causing enough of a negative impact to my clients that they chose to leave. My hours and energy could be better spent on things that really mattered. My client's experience working with me should have been my highest priority. I should have focused more on my systems and processes. And as scary as it was to cut out some of my profit, I could delegate to a team member the things that I didn't personally need to do and could train them on. I invested back into my business by learning from coaches and courses that showed me a better way to do things. The result? I replaced those clients with higher paying clients that have stayed with me for years and are still with me. I've continued to grow my team, expanded my offers with passive income, and have continued to grow year over year. Now, you may not want to grow an agency, and that's totally okay. But no matter which direction you head, having solid foundations and knowing how to stay profitable in a way that's sustainable is a non-negotiable. This is why I created Social Media Manager Success Incubator. It's a program filled to the brim with knowledge that I wish I would have had when I was first trying to grow my business. This group coaching program is for the social media manager who is passionate about helping others grow with social media but isn't sure what to charge or how to structure their packages. It's for the social media manager who feels like finding and pitching ideal clients is intimidating but knows they need to jump that hurdle. And they're struggling with being so busy that they're about to or already have crashed into burnout city. Working smarter, not harder, and for less of your time is your ultimate goal. Whether you're just starting out or a few years in, the Social Media Manager Success Incubator will help you build your business profitably and sustainably in a way that works for you. This program runs live once per quarter. Check out my website linked in the show notes to see when it's enrolling. There you have it. Those are the tough lessons that I learned in my first year of my business. They were painful, but looking back, am glad that I am able to share it with you. Hopefully it helps you. If you have any friends who are struggling with building their social media management business, share the link to this episode with them and help them out. Make sure you hit the follow button or the plus button in Apple Podcasts so you can get brand new episodes delivered straight to your podcast app every Friday. Thank you so much for listening. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Learn more about my digital template shop, online courses, and mentorship program by going to my website at sugarpunchmarketing.com. And while you're there, make sure you join my safe, supportive community created exclusively for social media managers. It's 100% free to join and packed with really amazing resources, trainings, and people. See you next time.